I will never understand why people buy an old house, immediately start renovating it when they move in, and do goofy stuff like this.
Greetings from Fairfield. We are Richard and Kendra, and we are restoring this cool old Victorian house. We found this old Queen Anne for sale on the internet and decided to buy it. So we moved from the West Coast to the cornfields of Iowa. So join us as we explore and restore this 1896 Victorian mansion.
Hey, greetings from Fairfield. Welcome back to the channel. A little shorter video this week because, well, we're still decking the halls downstairs, and that's slowly but surely coming along, but we're not quite ready to do that reveal yet. So today, sometimes it's just a little details that count, and we're going to check off something off our list because we are going to install our last gasolier light fixture, because after we moved in, we had discovered that the previous owner had taken down 4 original light fixtures and put up 4 of these. Because the first one we did just weeks after we moved in, when we discovered the lights in a closet.
This old house is made possible by a grant from Owens Corning Fiberglass, makers of pink fiberglass insulation, fiberglass ceiling panels, bathing fixtures, and other Owens Corning building products that put houses in the pink.
All right, did you get Ken? Okay, be careful. Just not the top part. Oh, thank God. Okay. A little close, but you can do it. Oh, okay. It's getting orange thing. Just warning you. I have a question for you. What if I hold it and you scoot the lever? Yeah. See, I got it. I got it. Yeah, that's why I can hold on to it while you do this and move over. See, I'm helpful. Teamwork! Right, babe? Yep. Better? Cool, because it's much better from over here. Huh. Thought it'd be higher up than it is. Ceiling fan seems higher.
Well, so I'm sure you
No, I like it. I'm just saying I'm worried you're gonna hit your head.
Really?
Yeah.
So the last part's right here. Please lean over.
I'm just saying.
Funding for this old house is provided by Parks Corporation, makers of Carver Trip wood stains, clear finishes, and enamels, products that enrich, protect, and preserve the natural beauty of wood. And by State Farm Insurance and the more than 17,000 State Farm agents. For family insurance needs, auto, home, life, and health. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, that was a fun little blast from the past, huh? Yeah, I love that show. Hopefully you caught that reference because, well, if you didn't, the next thing I'm about to tell you won't make any sense at all, because shortly after we moved in and we started doing our research on, the house and Victorian architecture and all of that, I stumbled upon Bob Vila's website. Yeah, that Bob Vila. And he was listing, I think it was the top 10 house styles of architectural styles on the internet, and I'm scrolling down looking at that, and I found a picture of our house. So Mr. Bob Vila included a picture of our house. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, who are we? I'll tell you who we are, the lucky ones. I will never understand why people buy an old house, immediately start renovating it when they move in, and do goofy stuff like this. Sort of choosing personal preference over historic preservation, because it makes no sense.
Well, maybe she needed more light. Maybe she needed to cool off. Maybe she needed some airflow.
Yeah. You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
You know, for a second there, I kind of did.
So, good news and bad news. Good news is, when they put this medallion up the first time, they glued it into place. But when they took it down to put up the ceiling fan, or they just screwed it into place. Kind of tore that up. But worse, to accommodate the bigger hub on the ceiling fan, they carved out the center of this thing. And so that is not going to work because that ain't going to hide that at all. That should be part of the medallion where that cup would go. And so that is a big bummer because now we got to find a replacement for this. And I kind of like this. I mean, not original, but now we got all this ceiling damage here. And we got this thing that's completely pointless. So I guess we'll do some searching on the internet, see what we can find, come up in the meantime. But meantime, we got to turn the power back on. And so we might as well put this light up and see how she turns out while we come up with a replacement for this.
Not handsome or tall, I couldn't tell you how he made me fall. There's nothing to him but still and all, he's a good man to have around. He's not a stepper, he can't even waltz. In conversation he stammers and halts. Poor little sweet man with all his faults, he's a good man to have around. Sometimes I fly off the lid, go this minute I shout. But if he did, I would die without him. He's not exactly my idea of the perfect lover from heaven above. But what's the difference? The man you love is a good man to have around.
Ta-da! You see, that's what I'm talking about. Old house charm. Don't take this down to put up a ceiling fan. Now, I'm fully aware that the ceiling fan was invented by Philip Deal in 1887. However, those were mostly for factories, restaurants, and, well, hotels. It wasn't until the late 1920s when ceiling fans became a thing of the household. And again, we have the original light fixture. So, you know, that's what's going up. That's what's been here for over 120 years. So there you have it. But not totally against ceiling fans, because actually our very first house project, which we haven't even finished yet when we moved in, was part of a larger project. And that we'll probably get into next week, because we are about to make some headway on that. And let's, how about we share that ceiling fan that we did put up when we moved in. So this is our first ceiling fan that we did put up. Put that up shortly after we moved in, because what was here was a really small, kind of cheap ceiling hugger fan, and it didn't even work. We found this reproduction, I think it's based on a model from the 1890s, reproduction paddle boat fan. And so it rotates and it gyrates and really dries the bathroom like lickety split. And, you know, wanted something unique and different, and, well, I think we accomplished that.
Now, how about that clawfoot tub?